What is zealous advocacy and legal ethics? Have you ever wondered how lawyers balance their duty to clients with their responsibilities to the legal system? Today, we will unpack the concept of zealous advocacy in legal ethics. Zealous advocacy refers to a lawyer's obligation to vigorously representing a client's legitimate interests while staying within the law and ethical guidelines. This principle emphasizes loyalty to the client and the need to use all reasonable and lawful means to advance their case. When a lawyer engages in zealous advocacy, they make strategic decisions that can include filing motions, presenting evidence, and negotiating settlements. The goal is to achieve the best possible outcome for the client. However, it is essential to note that zealous advocacy does not allow for unethical behavior. Lawyers must avoid misleading the court, harassing opposing parties, or using tactics solely to delay proceedings or harm others. A lawyer's duty to their client is balanced by their obligations to the court and the legal system. This means they must act with honesty, respect for procedures, and fairness. For instance, public defenders are required to provide competent and diligent representation to clients who cannot afford legal services. They must counsel these clients on realistic outcomes while avoiding tactics that could cause undue harm to others involved in the case. Historically, zealous advocacy has been a foundational principle in American legal ethics. It reflects the lawyer's role as a vigorous advocate for their clients. However, modern professional conduct rules have evolved. They now emphasize competence and reasonable diligence over unqualified zeal. Some legal ethics codes have moved away from the term zealous to focus more on diligence and competent representation. This shift recognizes that pushing for every possible advantage may conflict with broader ethical responsibilities. From a constitutional perspective, particularly in criminal defense, zealous advocacy connects to the Sixth Amendment right to counsel. The Supreme Court has acknowledged the importance of zealous representation but has set a relatively low constitutional standard. Lawyers are required to provide effective assistance of counsel rather than zealousness. This means they must deliver competent and reasonably effective representation, but not necessarily pursue every aggressive tactic that zealous advocacy might imply. In essence, zealous advocacy in legal ethics means that lawyers must actively and vigorously representing their clients' interests within legal and ethical limits. It requires balancing loyalty to the client with duties to the court and the justice system. This ensures that advocacy does not cross into unethical behavior. The concept has evolved to prioritize competent and diligent representation rather than unchecked zeal, reflecting the moral responsibility lawyers have to both their clients and the integrity of the legal process.